because it's a big, big thing. It's bigger than it's just leveling communities in ways that you don't know in terms of the kinds of things that come up and the people that follow you, and you become like you're part of it. You know, I was tweeting during the Oscars this year, the #1 trending topic on Twitter, and I'm giving people behind-the-scenes things of what's going on with the Oscars. I'm sitting there, and when they played the Michael Jackson tribute, you see it on TV, it's pretty cool, and when it's over, they go to commercial, everybody gets up and starts to dance. Now, you don't get to see that on TV, but at least through Twitter we're able to share that, a little glimpse to other people. The coolest thing that happened to me that night was that Rowan Atkinson started following me and retweeting. You know who Rowan Atkinson is? Mr. Bean. I thought it was the coolest thing. I was like, if you could hurt me, I was like, hey, there's Mr. Bean's following me! And so it's really fast, and it's very easy for you to get to it. If you guys aren't doing it, how many of you actually Twitter in this room? Okay. How many, well, let me tell you a better thing. Every single one of you better learn before you get out of school by the end of May. Because I'll find out, if you came to my operation and I found out you're on Twitter, you're not on Facebook, you're not on some of these things, and you're going to be in sales and marketing, I don't know what you're working for. I won't even take the application. That'll be one of the things I'll ask for you on the application. What's your Twitter account? What's your Facebook account? In fact, I'm going to look you up. By the way, you leave a cyber trail. So I'm going to look at your friends as well. Okay? Because I can tell who you are by who your friends are. Okay? That's the impact that this stuff is starting to have in ways in which it is. So there's lots of different ways, and we're not looking about in terms of engagement, in terms of big numbers, and those kind of things, because it's a lot different. It's about hearts and minds and the ways in which we want to be able to grab people and use people and win customers over for life. That's what social media is doing in ways that we never thought of ever before. So the real engagement now, the new ROI is about engagement and engaging with your customers in different ways. In fact, there was somebody that actually went on and tweeted and said that they didn't like the Kodak printer, and they were going to go to a radio station that day, and they were going to complain about the experience they had. I saw that. Called into the radio station, talked to the customer live on the radio about his experience, gave them my telephone number, my cellular phone number, live on the radio. Why not? You can find it anyway if you really want to try. So really the engagement is about ROI, and people will talk about the return on investment. Well, I'm going to tell you it's about the return on ignoring. And so the conversations that are going online, the things that social media is starting to drive, is driving in different ways, in ways that we never anticipated, and you cannot ignore it. And so you have to be a part of it. And you can't just hope it's going to go away, because it's going to be around here for a long time. And it might not be Twitter, it might not be Facebook, it might not be MySpace like it used to be. It might be something else. It doesn't make a difference. It's going to be there, and if you're going to be a leader in sales and marketing, and you're going to be the best at who you can be, and by the way, I think you guys are the best at who you are, for the amount of investment that you do. I mean, I preach about you guys all over the world, about what a great group of students and individuals, men and women, that you have become, because it's unbelievable. And you got some of the best companies in the world who come here to look for you. Hats off to you for that. Boston Globe wrote an article that said the 3 best products in the world that they saw last year was the iPhone, the Android, and the Kodak ZI-8. Except, they said, what marketing genius came up with the name? I couldn't agree more. So we've been naming our products the A series, the B series, the Z series, the F series. I said, what's next? The AA? I mean, we're at the Z's, we're at the end. I mean, we got to tell them it's the greatest product in the world, but it's like Smuckers. It's so good at, blah, blah, blah. So if you name it the ZI-8, or if you're in Australia, the ZI-8, and so, I mean, it's not even the same. So we said, look, we're about to launch a new product. We're coming out with the new version of our ZX1, and we're going to launch that at CES. This is back in September, and CES in January. I said, how many days do we got to change the name? Because we're not going to have this name. In fact, I had the article, I printed it out and running around the floors looking for marketing people. They're trying not to make eye contact with me because they know if they make eye contact, I'm going to assign them something. So I grabbed, it's called the Hayzlett proximity rule. If you're near him, he's going to give you something. And so I gathered them all in the room. I said, this is crazy. I said, we've got the greatest product in the world. Read this. Boston Globe said so. I said, we've been telling everybody this is a great product. It's unbelievable. We're about to launch the new one in CES like in 4 months, and what are we going to call it? And then someone said, well, it's the ZX5. Oh, crap. This is not good. it's a terrible name. I said, we can't do it. So just like that big gray box, I said, you're not doing it. I said, we're coming up with a new name. What's the new name? They said, I said, how many days we got to do it? And they said, like, well, we got like a week. I said, a week? Come up with a new name? Are you crazy? We got to do it, but we got to do it. So what are we going to do? And someone said, well, let's tweet about it. I said, that's a great idea. I said, absolutely, great idea. And then someone said, yeah, but we got to run it by legal first. I go, crap. Okay. Okay, I said, why? They said, well, because we got a person that's in charge of contests in the company, and we got to... I said, what? We have a person in charge of contests in the company? I want that freaking job. I said, I mean, how hard can it be? Like 3 contests a year, now we get a 4th one? Wow, my push, you know? Wow. So I said, there's a fine. I said, well, how much is the fine? Well, we don't know. I said, well, I'm thinking, how much can it be a fine for like doing a contest that you didn't get approval from? From Florida, what do they got to do? You know what I mean? So I said, well, $50,000 bucks. I'm thinking, $50,000. I'm going to save $250,000. Got to have to go to a naming convention. I'm going to crowdsource the names. It's going to have Hispanics, blacks, and whites, greens. Everybody's going to vote on it and say what the names are. I said, this is great. We'll save $250,000. $50,000 fine? No, go. Let's tweet. Let's tweet it. Okay? And so what we decided to do, so you can name the product. We said, this is what the product's going to be looking like. And we're going to name the product and said, the person that comes up with the best name, we'll pick you, and we'll have you at CES, and you'll stand up on the stage, Jeff Hayzlett, and unveil it, and we'll put your name on a T-shirt, and we'll put your picture, you know, on the box if you win, or in the box, because we don't know what you look like, right? Well, come on, we're in marketing. I mean, JeffHayzlett-Part doesn't sell a lot of products, you know. It's funny, but it's not like on the front of things, okay? No one's related to Roseanne here. Anyway. And so we tweeted it out. And in 4 days, we got thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands. I keep going. 28,000 names submitted. 28,000 names submitted. And we came up with 2 of them. We've chosen 2 names to play sport. Because this is a really cool camera. See, now this is an HD pocket video camera. You can see it running there. Isn't that cool? But the cool thing about it is it's waterproof. Okay? Isn't that cool? So we said it's got to like reflect the name, play sport. Pretty cool. In fact, you should see the new commercial. Like I said, man, you got to really play up this thing with water. I think it's cool. I said, get me a fish tank, put some piranhas in it, put the play sport inside, and have people try to get it out. And the headline is, the play sport. Go ahead. It's worth it. Okay. So we're going to have that campaign. And the guy that's doing it now, it's pretty cool. So the names get back. Oh, by the way, the names get back, play sport. Well, and this is the news thing. We had the guys at CES. We announced it. Both of them were there. They were playing sport in the T-shirts. And their pictures are going to be in the box. And the nice guys, they have great personalities. And really swell guys. And it was just a really cool campaign, and people follow along. And every time we tweeted out about that product, we tweeted about this product. And we drove up the sales. And the average price of this went from $179 to $229. You can't buy them in the store. That's what we did. By making it cool, by having people do it, and using the power of communities, and making it happen. By the way, my favorite name, Pocket Rocket. Unfortunately, if I had picked that, that would be like a half day in HR. So they blew in this high adrenaline, high definition machine. The place went, oh, fine. You want to know which fine was? $300. Yeah. I was like driving crazy. So it's like Ed moved into the office, you know, sometimes you just got to go, right? And that's what you do. You're going to learn at marketing. One of the things you're going to learn about marketing, no one's going to die. If you make a mistake, it's okay. And I made mistakes. That video that we did the first time, boy, I remember Don, I got called into the office for that one. That was not good. You imagine going to get called in the office the first day. We had kind of some words with it that weren't appropriate the first time. And we used some words that were right. And so, you know, chairman called me into the office, rightfully so. And Jeffrey, would you like to come up to my office? No, sir, I would not. But you will. And so I came up, and he said, would you like to take a seat? No, I said, I'll stand. He said, please sit down. And he said, you know, we had a conversation. The conversation was, you know, Jeff, maybe you overstepped. I said, whoa, boss, didn't you tell me to push the edge? Didn't you tell me to push the line? Didn't you tell me to push the edge of the envelope, go to the thing? He said, yeah, but I didn't tell you to go over it. I said, well, now we know where the line is, right? That's it. That's how you learn, right? So it's about changing the brand and mixing it up and doing it a little bit different than you always have been. And so that's what we wanted. There's some corporate crap on me, that's that. And then, and so what we're really trying to do, as you can see, is we're getting at the really basis of our brand and who we are. And what we're trying to do is start to change the fabric about the way human relationships are. Because at the core of what we do, I told you, that it's where imaging science meets material science, but that doesn't sound sexy, does it? No.